Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the next presentation of the day. We will now present University of Westminster. I would like to welcome Michel Raimondo, who will present the university. Hello, welcome to our online studio.
Hello everyone, thank you for having me. So yes, I'm Michel Raimondo from the University of Westminster. Here today to give you a general presentation about University of Westminster and the courses we offer, and a bit about studying in London. So firstly, we're quite a large university of 19,000 students in total that come and study with us from over 160 different countries throughout the world. We have excellent employability rate of 86%, which grows year on year. And because of our university being very cosmopolitan and international, over a quarter of our students study with us from outside of the UK. So your classrooms won't be with just general domestic students from Britain. They'll be from all over the world. We're ranked within the top 15 most international universities in the world for percentage of international students studying at that university. So here is a map of where we are. So as I mentioned, we're a university in central London. We have 4 campuses in total. Give you an idea of our location. We have 4 campuses in London. 3 are in the centre, one called Marylebone, which is opposite Madame Tussauds and Regent's Park. We have a second called Cavendish, which is next to the BT Tower. We have a third called Regent, which is on Regent Street, a minute's walk away from Oxford Circus. All of these 3 campuses are within walking distance to many iconic places like Hyde Park, Big Ben, London Eye, Buckingham Palace, St Paul's Cathedral, lots of museums and shopping venues. And then we have our 4th campus, which is in Harrow, and we're in the top left-hand box on the top. That's called Harrow, and that's where we teach any arts and design and media course. And I'll go through different courses that we teach at the end, or in the next few slides. The next slide shows you a London Underground tube map, so you can get an idea of where our campuses are to the London Underground tube stations. Actually, the 3 central London campuses are by Great Portland Street, Oxford Circus, Warren Street, for anyone that's been to London and visited the places before. And then our 4th campus is in Northwick Park, about 20 minutes away by train, which is direct. That takes you to our central London campuses. Now I'd like to talk a bit about why studying in London. Of course, everywhere throughout the world, we're going through this pandemic at the moment, so things aren't as usual. Places aren't open as they would be in previous years or normal years of students studying in London. But London's a fantastic city to live, study and work, and once we do get things back to normal, things back open, there's so much that you can take advantage of being a student in London. Firstly, quite important is industry links. There are over 1 million businesses operating each day within 30 kilometers of the university, ranging from small, medium to large enterprises. There's many famous landmarks that you can visit. I've mentioned a few, but there's lots and lots of others: Tower of London, Westminster Abbey. There are museums and art galleries that you can visit. They are free for students as long as you have your student ID card. Places like the National Gallery, the National History Museum. Lots of shopping places like Oxford Street, Harrods Store in Knightsbridge, which I'm sure if you've been to London, you've gone to visit, or stood outside or gone inside. Lots of parks, royal parks, famous parks that's all scattered around, and like Regent's Park, St James's Park. The West End, so the home of the Theatre District, cinemas where all famous actors and actresses have their world premieres when they release their movies, is walking distance to our campuses in central London. When we can go back to watch football games, London is home to 6 Premier League football clubs, the Olympic Park, that staged the London 2012 Olympic Games, Wimbledon during the summer months, you can see on TV or get a buzz around the city when Wimbledon's playing. And then, of course, lots of live music festivals, concerts, big arenas in London that you can see famous artists perform. So these are all things that we all can look forward to once this pandemic is over. I'll talk about a bit more about students studying during coronavirus, how they're studying, how it's impacting their studies at the moment. But there's lots of things like restaurants, cuisines, student discounts that you can get from being a student, not just in London, but anywhere in the UK that you take advantage of. Discounts off shops, off travel, off books, off clothing, cafes, restaurants. London's a fantastic city to live, study, and also get part-time jobs while you're here. Now looking at our courses, our Cavendish campus is where we teach our computer science and engineering, life sciences and social science courses. If you're interested in computer science, nutrition, psychology, any of our bioscience courses, you would study on our Cavendish campus. Our Regent Campus is where we have our School of Humanities and Social Sciences, like criminology, English, history, languages, linguistics, politics and international relations, and also our Westminster Law School is based within our Regent Campus and another law building a minute's walk away from that campus that you can see on the screen. Our Marylebone campus is our biggest one, where we have a School of Architecture and Cities with courses like tourism and events, property and construction, architecture and interiors, and home to our Westminster Business School, where we teach accounting, finance and economics, business and management courses, human resource management and marketing. I should mention with all of our bachelor's degrees, or nearly all of them, you've got the opportunity of doing a 3-year bachelor's or a 4-year option, where in the third year of your 4 years, you can work for 12 months, have a work placement year, or you can do a study abroad, go to one of our partners anywhere in the world and study in English in the subject area that you're studying. So that's a few options. You can either do the 4-year option with work placement or study abroad, or the 3-year option where you're studying for 3 years. And then finally, our Harrow campus is where we have our School of Arts and Media and Communications, courses like art and design, fashion, TV, film, music, photography. Lots of famous alumni have studied with us. Sigala was our music graduate a few years ago and has now gone on to many good collaborations with many famous artists. But lots and lots of our fashion courses have gone on to work for Burberry, Vivienne Westwood, and lots of big companies. Now looking at our entry requirements, so what you'll need to study with us. So your high school, your maturitni, you'll need a minimum score of 3 for any of our courses. Some courses will ask for 2. For students interested in a 1-year master's with us, you'll need a minimum score of 2 or 2.5. For English, we look for IELTS of 6 for undergraduates for a bachelor's degree, or IELTS of 6.5 for the master's degree. And very importantly, we accept your high school English grades. So if you got 2 within your English within your high school or within your maturitni, we would accept that as IELTS of 6. And similar for postgraduate courses, asking for 6.5. If you get 1 in English, we would accept that as meeting the IELTS requirements. So you would not need to take an IELTS English test if you meet the English within your high school. We can also offer you many other tests that you can take from home. If you let us know you need to take an English language test, we can set you up to take an English test from home. Similar to today, I have your microphone, laptop, earphones, and you can take an English test looking at listening, reading, speaking and writing from the comfort of your own home because of the pandemic at the moment. Now looking at fees, so our fees are £14,400 per year for an undergraduate degree. That will be for 3 years. For master's students listening today, the price varies quite greatly. So if you do look on our web pages, look on the course that you're interested in studying, we'll show you the exact fee for your course. We do offer lots of scholarships, being one of the biggest scholarship providers in the UK. We offer students from UK, Europe, and overseas countries scholarships. We have high achiever scholarships, and we'll soon be announcing newer scholarships because of Brexit. My previous colleagues have explained the situation around Brexit, but we will be having more scholarships available to students as it's the first year post-Brexit, so after Brexit, where changes have come in. My colleagues previously mentioned that the UK student loan is no longer available to students from Europe, so we're doing as much as we can to help bring your fees down to what the fee used to be for previous years, and that's all available on our website, and you can contact me to get more information about our scholarships and contact Unilink as well. So in terms of Brexit, other changes that follow is visas. So it's important to note this information. You would need to apply if you don't have settled or pre-settled status. You can talk to Unilink staff about that if you're not sure. But you will need to apply for a student route visa to study in the UK for courses of 6 months or more. The cost is about £350, and there'll also be an immigration healthcare surcharge that will need to be paid, which students get a 25% discount. And then, very importantly, it's you should be made aware that if you come and study in the UK, you can apply for a graduate route and stay in the UK after graduating for a maximum of 2 years. So you can work in the UK, stay in the UK once you finish, and that launches in the summer, so this summer of 2021. So these are changes that Brexit impacts on in terms of fee, funding, and visas. So it's important that you're aware. It's not the most popular slides, but you should be made aware of what you'll need to study in the UK. Now looking at our accommodation. So we do have halls of residence for our students to live in. They're not on campus for students studying in central London. They're commutable. A very, very short commute from our halls of residence, from images that you can see on the screen, to our campus. So we have accommodation at Wembley and Harrow for undergraduate students. It's about £207 for a single bedroom with your own private toilet and shower in your room. And the Harrow campus, you can actually live on that campus. That has lots and lots of different rooms, range from £180 to £240. Again, single rooms, private toilet facilities in your room, similar to hotel style. More images you can see on the screen, on the web link on the screen. So why choose us? So we have vibrant, state-of-the-art campuses, excellent equipment, no matter what you're studying, whether it's biosciences, accounting, general classrooms for business students. We have excellent facilities and industry standard equipment that's expected of students to have once you graduate. Examples are, if you're an accounting student or a finance student, we have our own Bloomberg suite for students to use. It's 1 minute, 1 second behind the New York Stock Exchange, where you can get practical teaching experience as well as the theoretical. So once you do finish and enter the workplace, you have the skills to make you employable. And that's similar with all of our courses, but essentially that is our role, to make you employable once you finish studying with us. We have excellent industry links. Being in central London does help because we're close to many different industries that come and visit us, talk to our students about what's required to work for a particular company or work within a particular job role, what skills and experiences, and also internships opportunities that we can offer you while you're studying, either bachelor's or master's degree. We have excellent academic teaching, very good careers and employability rates, which, as I mentioned, grows each year. And finally, our slogan, or London is our campus, really, really is true. Wherever you are in London, there's so much for you to get involved with. There's always a theme happening around the city. So once we do return to normal and things open up again, I'd say it's a fantastic city to live. Finally, to make an application, it's by Unilink, so please contact Unilink on how to apply and submit your application. But documents you will need is a personal statement or a motivation letter of why you want to study a particular course, why you want to study in London, why you're interested in studying that particular program. One reference from one of your academic teachers, and then your transcripts of previous years. And if you've got your English grade, you can submit that as well. I say contact Unilink staff and they can help you with the application procedure for applying, and also visas and other application later on during the year. This is my contact details. Michele Mondo, my email address is on the screen. We also have the social media channels, which I encourage you to take a look at. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to get an idea of what's happening at the university. I mentioned at the moment, because of COVID, all of our students are studying online. Since January, university's closed, so all students are studying online. And then the hope is once it's safe to do so, the university will open up again, following government's guidelines. And it's very, very likely, I mean, no one can predict what it will be like in September, but very likely most courses will start again on campus, or there'll be a blended online and some on-campus teaching. We have virtual open days coming up next month on the 13th of March for students interested in a bachelor's degree, and on the 24th of March for postgraduate courses. It's a great opportunity, similar to today, for you to see what it's like to study on campus, see the campus itself, talk to teachers, academics, students, get 360 tours of the campus, the accommodation, and talk to academic staff to get more details about the course that you'll be studying. So we have a video coming up, which my colleagues will play now. But if you do have any questions, please do type them in the chat box. I can go through them at the end. Or if not, you can always contact me. So yes, if you can kindly play the video now. Thank you.
When I first found out that I was coming to the University of Westminster, I was super excited. I've met some really wonderful people from all over the world, and I've had the chance to study the things that I'm really passionate about, but also find out new things that I didn't know that I enjoyed. I also really like the amount of possibility we have to study across the campuses. The Harrow campus is very creative, but sometimes I have classes in Marylebone where it's more business, and the mindset of the people here is completely different, and it's great to work across London to get to explore different sides of the city.
I feel the University of Westminster has greatly contributed in me becoming a more confident person. I think that in this university, as much as the students are enthusiastic, I've seen the professors are equally enthusiastic. I've got so much support. I've had teachers mailing me constantly in terms of past papers, advice, guidance. So it feels like I'm a part of a community.
Living in London, it's great because it's contemporary. When I leave my lectures at Regent Street, I like just go out, walk. The shopping is really, really close. Piccadilly Circus is just straight, 10 minutes walk. I think London has everything to make international people feel very welcome.
There is so much support out there for you to settle in university life, but especially in Westminster. There's so much help in terms of academic English, housing, finance. There's a lot of support as well for international students. And yeah, the Students' Union is key. I met so many beautiful people from around the world, and I feel like I've traveled. I feel like I've traveled being at Westminster by just being in one campus. Coming to Westminster has definitely set me up for my future career, my future life, wherever I'm headed, whatever it is that I'm going to do. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't come to this university.
We are Westminster.
我们是威斯敏斯特。
Nous sommes Westminster.
Come Westminster here.
Wir sind Westminster.
Noi siamo Westminster.
More Westminster has to.
Nosotros somos Westminster.